Hey eBay sellers, it's Suzanne A. Wells. Thank you for coming back for another video. And it is August 15th, 2017. Today is actually my birthday. So I am changing it up a little bit, trying to record this outside. Of course, you're always at the mercy of what's going on around you. So I hope that you can hear me okay. I am out at the pool, one of the pools at my apartment complex. So I am not a millionaire. This is not my pool behind me. And of course, as soon as I sat down to record this, the maintenance people started pressure washing one of the buildings. So we're just going to go with it. What I wanted to talk to you about today is drop shipping. I see a lot of questions about how to do it, how to make money with it on eBay. And as someone who has sold on eBay since 2003, I have come at eBay from every angle imaginable. I have also sold on Amazon for 4 years, Etsy. I've tried everything. So I can tell you from experience what I learned and how it was for me. And when I was coaching people for 5 years, 30 hours a week, I was paid by a company to do that. This is what I heard from my clients when they tried it. So I want to put these videos out about the truth about these things because there's so much hype on the internet. You don't know what to believe. And I'm just going to give you my experiences and let you make that decision for yourself and give you some insight on why drop shipping is so highly promoted. So I have my handy steno pad here with my notes. So what is drop shipping? This is when you don't actually have the merchandise in your possession. You are choosing what to sell on another site, and when something sells, you contact the supplier and you give them the information to send the product to the person who bought it from you. And you're just using eBay or Amazon or whatever site as a platform to do that. So that's what drop shipping means. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Allie, who sent me this pretty bracelet. So, hey Allie. Anyway, that's what drop shipping is. Now, how it works on eBay is people will go to these drop shipping companies. I'm not going to name them, but they're all over the place. And you basically pay to have access to their catalog of products. And it's thousands and thousands of products. Everything from yoga mats to iPhone covers to home decor, candles, linens, baby clothes, just any kind of product. And what the challenge is finding a product in their catalog that you can then sell on eBay or Amazon at a marked up price and make a profit. The attraction of this is that you don't ever have to touch the product. So it seems very, very attractive to people who want this hands-off business, which I don't even believe in a hands-off business. If you're doing a business, you're doing the business. You're in the business. There's a virtual business. That's different than just setting up a business and letting it run automatically like you turn on your air conditioning and all this magical money just comes in, and that just doesn't happen. So this doesn't work well on eBay because you have thousands of other people doing the exact same thing. And all of these sellers are going to these drop shipping sites trying to find products that they can then list on eBay for a profit. So here's an example. I tried yoga mats one time, and the yoga mats were like $18 on the drop shipper site. So you go to eBay and you search for yoga mats, and they're selling for like $24. So you can't make a profit, very much of a profit, because you've got to buy the item from the drop shipper, and then you have to pay your fees on eBay. And so the margins are very, very small. In some cases, only pennies. So back to the yoga mats. So let's say they're selling on eBay for $24 and you're paying $18. Well, more and more people get involved in this and they start undercutting each other. So people start charging $23.50 and then $23 and then $21 and then $20. And pretty soon it's down to less than what your you're having to pay for it from the drop shipper, so you can't make any money. And that's where the problem is. It's that there's so many people trying to do this that the competition is just brutal. You cannot make money. Some people come into this and say, oh, well, I'm just going to mark my products up 30% and sell them for that. Well, it doesn't work that way, because you can't sell anything on eBay unless you're competitive on price, unless you have a very, very unique item and you're one of the few sellers that have it. And that's very rare with drop shipping. So the competition is so brutal, you can't make any money. You're wasting time poring over all these products, trying to figure out which ones can I make money on, okay? So let's say you do find one that you can make a decent profit on, and you start selling them. The next thing that happens is out of stock. And if you can't ship something that a customer has bought from you, and you have to cancel the sale, that's a defect. Too many defects on eBay and you're going to get kicked off. Your account is going to go below standard. You're going to be restricted on how many items you can sell. This happened to a client yesterday. He can only sell 40 items now because he had too many unfulfilled orders, things that he couldn't ship because they were out of stock. And his account is compromised. He cannot list anything else until something sells. So if you're relying on eBay for money, this is going to be a problem. So you have your small profit, you have your huge competition, you have your out of stocks and your defects. Drop shippers will only ship to the lower 48 states. They don't ship to Alaska or Hawaii for some reason, even though it costs the same. I don't understand that. And they do not ship international. So you are missing millions of people in the international market that you can't ship your product to because your drop shipper won't ship it to them. So that's all the things that are wrong with drop shipping and eBay. So why is it so heavily promoted? Why do you see all these ads on YouTube and Google, and you get all these emails about drop shipping if it is just an unreasonable business model on eBay? And that's because these companies want you to pay to sign up with them to access their catalog of products. So, you know, maybe it's $30 a month or $250 a year. I will say that Worldwide Brands don't do that. It's expensive. You're paying for access to all these products. You're going to spend all this time trying to figure out what to sell, and you're paying them, and you don't have to do that. There's plenty of stuff, I'll get into this in a minute, other places you can buy to resell without that kind of upfront investment. So I really hate to see all these new sellers or even established sellers that are being misled and lied to and basically tricked into doing this, because it is not a good business model on eBay. Too much competition means lower prices for everybody, and then you have the out of stock problem, or the item is discontinued. So you spend all this time figuring out a good product to sell, making some money on it, and then the drop shipper doesn't carry it anymore. It's discontinued. So you know, those are the downsides. So yeah, it seems easy. In theory, it does seem easy. And these drop shipping companies know it's not going to work. So that's why they're constantly heavily promoting signing up for drop shipping, because they know you're only going to be there a few months, and then they move on to the next sucker who's going to pay them for that and get frustrated and quit. So my advice is to be a picker. That's where the money is. And it's harder. Yeah, you got to get out and you got to do it. But you have access to so many more unique items. That's where the money is. Paying $3 for something at Goodwill and selling it for $25 and up. That's where you're going to make your money. And yes, you have to take pictures of everything. That's one of the perks of drop shipping, is they provide you with all the pictures. But there's too much competition. So being a picker, you're going to have less competition. It's more fun. You get to work with all kinds of different products. And the upfront investment is whatever you decide. It's however much inventory you want to buy. And to speak to that point, I'm seeing YouTube people that are doing eBay, you know, just buying all this inventory, just tons and tons of inventory. You need to list what you have first before you buy more. because you're going to get overwhelmed with all this unlisted inventory and you're not going to want to do it at all. So the process is buy it, photograph it, list it. When you're out of stuff, go get more. That's the process if you really want to make money, because unlisted inventory cannot make money for you. When you see these people that show, their entire garage full of stuff or their entire eBay room just piled up with things they've bought to sell and they haven't listed it yet, and they're out getting more, and I'm going to go buy 100 items today, and well, great, anybody can do that. The discipline is in the listing. That's when you're not going to make any money unless you get it listed. So the downsides to drop shipping, the attractiveness of drop shipping is that it appears to be easy, which it's really not, because you have to spend a lot of time finding products that you can make money on. The margins are terribly small, sometimes only pennies. You have to have a fee to access, there's a monthly or a yearly fee to even access the products. The items are not in your possession, so you have much less control over shipping them. And if you're relying on a drop shipping company to handle the shipping side of your business, that is a very dangerous thing, because they may not ship on time or at all, and that's going to affect your eBay metrics. It's going to affect your shipping rate, your defect rate, your feedback, everything. So be very careful when thinking about putting your eBay business in the hands of a drop shipper, because they don't care about your business. There's, a million more where you came from. They do not care if that item gets shipped on time or not. They have no skin in your eBay game. They don't care. So the point of this video is, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Very few people I know are successful with drop shipping on eBay. There are a few that have identified some unique products, but they do this in addition to other things, picking, garage sailing, thrift store stuff. Being a picker is just the way to make money. That's what eBay was set up for. It was created as a site for collectors to find each other and buy stuff from each other. And you have access to much more unique items. You have lower competition on items. You may be the only person with the size 8 wide red Dansko clog on eBay in that moment, and you're going to get your price. If you're selling SpongeBob flip-flops made in China and there's 400 other sellers that have those, okay, let me tell you about the lady with the Dora Explorer sleeping bags. She bought into this was actually wholesale, and she bought 400 Dora the Explorer sleeping bags. This was several years ago, and the poor lady just spent so much money on these things, and she couldn't get rid of them, because guess what? Then they were all over eBay. So the money is in the uniqueness of your product, but also in the discipline of listing and the persistence of doing your business every day, continuing to learn. There is no shortcut for eBay. There is no fast track for setting up a hands-off business. Anything that says hands-off business equals scam. Do not buy into that. I hate to see you guys getting ripped off and buying into these ideas. That's just not the way it works. So I'd love your comments on if you've had a drop shipping experience, if you've ever looked into it, what happened to you. Let's have a conversation here and help inform these people who don't know that it's just crap. It doesn't work on eBay. And if you disagree, let me know that too. Thanks for watching. Have a great day on eBay. Bye.